Hello and welcome back to Couchsurfers Vlogcast. If you haven't already gone to check out my channel, go have a look at my channel. On Monday we both streamed and I uploaded a video on what we're doing today.
Which is
Cryptark. Links are down below. Don't forget those. On Mondays, yeah, as I said, we've got my channel where we do things.
Would you like me to take over?
No, I can do this. I can do this. I'm tired.
See what I put up with? So unprofessional.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so on Mondays, I upload a video on my channel where we play a game, which is the Couch Surfers.
Yes.
And then on Monday night on my Twitch, we also stream the game, show you a bit of what it's like.
Yeah.
Live, really.
A bit of a further deep in, you can interact with chat, get live tips and all that kind of fun stuff, which is good.
You know, if you've played it before, or you know, if you want to know a bit more about the game at the time. Yeah. As I said, links are down below. Wednesdays we do this. Hi, it's Wednesday, hopefully. If we've done it right.
Well, if you're watching on the release day anyway.
Yes. Or on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
If not, it's another day.
Yeah.
That ends in day.
A day that ends in Y.
Yes. So yeah, if you did watch this, thank you very much for watching on my Twitch. Otherwise, go check it out. It'd be awesome. The VOD will be on there, most likely still. Unless this is like 3 years down the track and you've just discovered my channel and it's long gone.
Sorry.
Long gone. So yeah, as I said, this game is called Cryptark. Cryptark is a 2D sci-fi shooter where you take on the role of a heavily armed privateer seeking to earn government contracts by boarding deadly alien space hulks, and it's up to you to strategize a plan of attack, pick an equipment loadout, and destroy the central core to be victorious. As you'll notice, I am reading off my phone. We are currently out of internet.
Yeah, well, we lost it.
It's gone. We don't know where it's gone. It's run off.
I think it ran off after it sort of saw my browser history.
Yeah,
so.
it's left its wallet, its keys, its phone. We can't get in contact at all. So
it even left this like Philadelphia cream cheese packet, and we don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
Losing our mind. So the game was. I'll do a little bit.
Okay.
The game was made and published by Alien Trap. In 2017 for Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 4, and released August 3rd, 2018 for OS X and Linux. It's 1 or 2 players. We obviously played the 2-player version.
We haven't actually played 1 player, so some of our review is going to be a little bit biased, I guess.
Yeah, we usually have that kind of single player versus multiplayer perspective, but on this one we literally went in blind. Like going through the game itself, I couldn't remember why I installed it. It looked cool, but it's sort of generic-ish. But what reminded me of it was when I looked it up, they're actually making a new game called Gunhead, which is this, but first-person shooter. And that's what was like, oh, I have to play Cryptark because it's been on my list forever. And then I forgot about it again because I'm absolutely just atrocious at remembering things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe by the time we release this, it'll be out, but I doubt it because it'll be in like a week, and they said it would be released in 2018, and it's 2020, so
well, they do say that it's going to be 2020 on Google now, so
yeah, who knows?
COVID, probably not.
No.
So
literally the one job you can do from home is making games.
Yeah. But Cryptark, I don't think you mentioned it, was released on Steam 21st of July 2017.
I did mention that.
You did, but did you mention about it being originally released back in 2015?
No, I didn't know that.
Alright, so if we go back to this...
We're very prepared, I'm sorry.
It was, initial release date was 7th of October 2015.
So for early access?
That was, I believe, early access. Because, it was on the OS X and Linux, I believe, in 2015. Because it was released on Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 4 June 20th, 2017.
Whatever, doesn't matter. 2017.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Do we mention the engines?
Do we care?
I don't know. Do you care?
Not usually.
I was talking to them, but they can't answer.
Why aren't you responding? Oh, No, they don't care.
Yeah, no, cool.
Okay.
All right.
So I think this is the first game we've played where we both have very different views on the game,
yeah,
which I think will make this a little bit more interesting than normal.
yeah. So let's start with you. What did you think of the gameplay?
So I personally love roguelikes. That's my favorite. Like Isaac, Gungeon, FTL. They're three of my favorite games of all time. And I think this does the roguelike genre in a more interesting way, where it's you can die, but you have your cash, and you got to manage your cash, and that's your sort of health for the run. I find that pretty interesting. I found the gameplay itself super difficult, super hard. But I think I'll come to why I think that is when we talk about the next thing. But I did find the concept really cool. I found it very fun to play, even though it was super difficult. I think if we had more than 25 minutes of playing it, we'd probably get a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I personally quite liked it. I thought it was a very interesting concept. And I actually am looking forward to playing a little bit more of it. What about you?
That's good. Well, I'm going to say that, yeah, I've already not enjoyed wanting to play it again. So, as of now, we have already played and I did not enjoy it. It wasn't a bad game.
Just not your thing?
Yeah, it's not my thing. I don't mind roguelikes. FTL, I did enjoy that. I thought that was great.
Should play more.
Have we done that on here?
It's not 2-player.
No, it's not FTL it's Loves in Dangerous Space Time. That's the one I was talking about, sorry. FTL, yes, no, I tried that once, but anyway.
Lovers is not a roguelike.
Isn't it?
No.
Anyway.
Where were you?
Where was I?
Gameplay.
Yeah. Didn't like it. Great concept. Love the concept. Love the whole money management side of it. It being health. Well, basically it was health. But I think it was just too difficult for me. Like, obviously I'd be able to get better at it, but I don't feel the need to. As I said, I've already played it we've already played it to you guys. For us, it's still in the future. For you, it's in the past. But I don't think I'm going to enjoy it much more.
This is definitely the kind of game that's right up my alley. But I think because, and maybe it's just because we've only played half an hour and I just suck. But I don't think I'm ever going to get good enough where it's going to be enjoyable to play. But I think it's a really good game and a really good concept and really well put together.
Okay. So you like it, but you don't enjoy it.
I like it. Look, no one enjoys losing.
Well, that's true.
Like, I don't think I'm a sore loser most of the time, but I'm not going to purposely seek out ways to be shit at things. That just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So, if I was to play another, say, 10 hours of this game and I got to the point where I just could not pass, the last level or whatever, or I wasn't even sort of getting up to it, I probably wouldn't keep playing.
Okay.
Like, Isaac I got good at pretty quickly. Gungeon was super difficult, but I quite... The one problem I have with this game, which I keep alluding to, which we'll talk about next, it doesn't have that issue. So I didn't mind keeping on going, so I always make more progress. Whereas this one, I don't think I'm going to get to a point where I'm constantly making consistent progress. So therefore, I wouldn't probably seek it out to play it, unless I was playing it with someone much better than me, but not you.
Well, I fully agree.
So, yeah, like, I don't think I would enjoy constantly playing it, but I do enjoy the way it's put together, which I know doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think it's a very good game. I just don't think I will ever be good enough at it for me to keep playing.
Okay, that's fair. I think I understand it. If you guys don't, tough shit. I get it. But yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's an interesting game.
Yeah, I think it's very divisive. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
If you enjoy sort of tough roguelikes, sort of frantic action, twitch shootery type things, then yeah, you're probably going to love it. I find it very, very well executed. It's just a little bit too difficult, I think, for me at the moment anyway.
Yeah. What about the controls of the gameplay?
Controls, I found okay. I think it'd be much better with a mouse and keyboard because
Yeah.
I'm very bad at aiming with an analog stick. I I don't like playing anything that requires precise aim with an analog stick. So first person shooters, games like this, or I think RTS would probably the only other game I wouldn't play with a controller. Everything else, great. Like, oh well, maybe Enter the Gungeon probably works better with mouse and controller. That's
Yeah.
they do have sort of aim assist. I think, and I do think this falls on the controller support because it needs aim assist. It is so difficult to pinpoint these targets with a controller.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any good shooter on a console that does not have just a little bit of aim assist. Which I know sort of ruins the whole competitive thing and blah blah blah. No one cares. It makes it just that little bit easier.
There's no aim assist in this.
It didn't feel like it.
No, because like you move the analog stick a millimeter, your freaking aim goes like this. It's you've got no.
I think if you had
control,
if you were a little bit better, and this goes for me too, if you were a bit better with using a controller and the analog sticks and being precise, that would be a lot different.
Yeah.
But as it stands, it does. I think it needs that kind of little bit of extra push to make it a bit more controller friendly.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you about the mouse and keyboard, 100%, because you've got the mouse and you know exactly where it's going to be pinpointed. Whereas, yeah, even if it's just aim assist for the controller.
Well, yeah,
that's
you don't need it for a mouse and keyboard.
No.
You probably could have it, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why there are no professional FPS gamers on PC using controllers. Because there's just a huge advantage to using a mouse and keyboard where controllers are definitely not as accurate and not as quick.
Yeah. But I guess, again, with this being two-person, the only way you can really play it is with a controller.
Well, you can't play without it. It doesn't let you go into the option without the controllers.
Yeah. Yeah, so to play, you have to use controller. So it makes it more difficult, but I guess easier, but harder. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So I do think, yeah, the controls itself were pretty good. Like, it was actually quite good it was really responsive and it worked quite well. It's just the aiming was just that little bit. It needed that little push to make it a little bit more user friendly.
Yeah.
What did you think of the graphics?
I thought they were incredible. I thought they were really cool. It definitely. I'm on a Neon 80s binge at the moment. I'm loving it. As you can see, my channel has got a Neon 80s theme to it. I'm in the process, which hopefully it's already out. I'm getting a logo made on Fiverr. So that's going to have, hopefully, Neon 80s sort of style to it as well. And this, again, had a very retro sort of, not 100%, it's a modern retro sort of neon style to it, in my opinion, for the graphics. You've got those all the blasts and everything like that have got those bright neon colors coming from it. You've got the when the creatures come in, they come in a big blue orb and it just sort of explodes, and it's and the backgrounds. Yeah.
This is
I
quite
sort of broken just then.
This is quite funny because while I agree that the individual things looked great on their own, I thought as a whole the graphics were quite poor, simply because, and this is every time I think about this, I go back to Gears of War, the original Gears of War. I remember playing this with my brother.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yes.
Okay.
And everything in Gears of War is a shade of grey. And so nothing pops. So the enemies are grey, you're grey, walls are grey, guns are grey, everything's grey. And it's so hard to make anything out. And the main reason I was struggling in this game to really put a dent in, like, dodging things and not dying was everything blended into each other. And and especially when you get to the point where you're on low health and things start going dark, and it's even worse, you can't see a fucking thing. And while everything does look very nice on their own, I thought the little characters look cool, like flying rib cages and stuff. I thought the huge sentry turret, like alarm system thing that you shoot or whatever it was,
Yeah.
looked fucking awesome. But when you're just fighting, it's the dumbbell.
It was the I was like, what?
When you're fighting just the little enemies that come out of nowhere and just charge at you, you don't see them coming. Like, I don't. Like, I know I'm blind, but
No, I definitely agree with you on that. Like, I guess when I say the graphics were good, they are all good as as an individual. But yeah, like we were battling, the sentry turret fucking massive boss thing. I guess you'd call it a boss.
yeah, mini boss, yeah,
Mini boss. And yeah, you're attacking that, but then you have 10 freaking enemies coming at you. It's like,
yeah.
they're right in front of me. When
the swarmy dudes, the little tiny ones,
they look like, they look like little paper airplane sort of.
Yeah. Those ones were the worst because there's like 50 of them that come out of the wall, and you can't see them because they just blend in. And like, I know some, like, you'd expect some enemies to blend in, like it's all very metallic and all that kind of stuff, but it makes it extremely difficult to keep track of what's going on. And in a game like this with such fast action, and it's a roguelike, so you don't get another shot at it, it just becomes a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the gunhead pictures, and that has exactly what I want. It has bright, vibrant colors. Everything stands out by the look of it. That's the way I wish this game was. Like I said, everything on their own is awesome looking. Like especially the big turrets and everything. They were awesome.
I just think I love the one that was that looking like the Reaper-y type ribcage thing.
Yeah.
That was creepily awesome.
Yeah.
In a way. But yeah.
Yeah. That was my biggest problem. That was the one thing that I think will stop me from being any good at this game. And I know this is mostly a me problem, I think. I can't make shit out. It just becomes a blur. And it's not like we don't have enough screen real estate in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, every character was like, 1,000 foot big. It's just that it needs a bigger color palette.
Yeah. And I guess having to wear these doesn't help either.
No.
I guess I don't have to, but I should be. That means I have to.
Anyway,
yeah.
So I guess that sort of pours straight into the theming of it, and like I said, I quite enjoyed the theme, like like flying rib cages and these like big turrets that shoot neon lasers, and that one, the door control one where you got to input the code.
Oh yeah, I think that's cool.
And that was like a rib cage that opened up, and that was all awesome. I thought that was really cool looking.
Yeah,
it flowed really well.
It did. It flowed. That's the thing. The flow was great. It was just there was too much of the same thing everywhere.
Yeah, and maybe in the later levels it's different. Who knows? We obviously didn't get that far.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that sort of metallic neon 80s style. I don't want to say cyberpunk.
That was the word that came to my mind.
Yeah, it's that. There's an amalgamation of multiple different things that have sort of just been slammed together, but done in a tasteful way, just poorly.
More color.
Yeah, poorly executed. That's the word I was looking for.
I wouldn't go that far, but I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like as you said, everything's the same. But so that's the poor execution of it. But they've done a good job with the individual components.
Yeah.
Even the ship, the shapes of the ship and the outside of the ship and the way
being that they're all procedurally generated as well, I think that's kind of cool.
Oh, are they procedurally generated? Oh.
Because it's a roguelike. Procedurally generated. Ooh. Which, if you don't know what that means, it means that all of the ships that you fight up against, when it's procedurally generated, they're sort of on the fly created. They're not something that someone has actually crafted. So a good example of this is the Binding of Isaac. I
want to play that now.
Yeah, it'll start with a room that will have between 1 and 4 exits. And then the next room will be a one room archetype. So they will handcraft a room, but what room it will be is out of a possible of like 3,000 or 4,000 rooms that they've done. So you never know what room you're going to get, what enemies are going to be there. Obviously, after you play enough, you'll get used to the sort of different layouts of the different rooms and you know how to defeat them, but it's the same kind of thing. Like I think that would be the way that this works, where it's like, here's the shield module and here's the some paths going to it and here's some locked doors and yeah, it's cool. I love procedural generation. I have no idea how you do it properly, but it's cool.
Yeah. I guess what we also need to talk about is the sound.
I enjoyed the explodey sounds. I thought
Yes.
the weapons all sounded very, very good.
They really did.
As per usual, I did not notice the music at all because I am fucking hopeless.
Was there music?
I assume so.
Like the intro music to when like the screen title screen music was quite cool. Was that it's cybery sort of like matrixy kind of sound to it, which was cool. It definitely got you into the mindset of what you're going to go into.
Yeah.
But then you get into game and there's just too much going on to be able to know if there's any sound in the background other than explodey bits.
Yeah, like I thought the actual like the weapon sounds we were using were very cool. The enemies and the lasers and all kinds of were really awesome.
Explosions were pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that they definitely like, especially the machine gun, that has a really nice punch to it. Like it's what you'd expect if you're an action movie fan, that you sort of hear the same kind of sound. Like it wouldn't surprise me if they ripped it out of a Terminator movie or something.
Yeah, like something a bit over the top, dramatic, but not unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess the next thing we usually talk about is the sort of single player versus co-op. We didn't play single player, but I imagine the single player being able to use mouse and keyboard would be a lot easier.
100%.
And
like, there's no doubt about the fact that mouse and keyboard would be 100% easier.
Yeah, and in the multiplayer that we were playing, you actually share ammo and share hull strength.
Yes.
Which in the single player, obviously, you're not doing that because you're not playing with someone else. But it's not like a game like Gungeon or Isaac, and I know I keep going back to these games, but they're really good examples where in Gungeon, you each have your own separate health bars, and in Isaac, you actually steal a full heart, and then when you die, it's sort of independent of the other person's health, even though you've stolen his health, kind of thing. So it's easy to point blame, and I like pointing blame. Especially in Gungeon, when it's like, I've lost 0 health, and he's lost all of his health. You suck.
Yes, I do suck, but Into the Gungeon is a good game.
Yes.
I do enjoy it, as we're done. Link down below. Maybe not. Probably won't be a link below, but go check the video out.
Yeah, go watch it, the playlist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the playlist.
Sit on the couch and watch the playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess the final big question, and I think I know the answer for you. Would you recommend it?
Not really. Like...
Okay. Let's try asking the question a little bit differently.
Yes.
Would you recommend this as a multiplayer game?
No.
I am unfortunately sort of sitting... I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend it, but I definitely wouldn't go up to someone talking about games and say, hey, you should totally play Cryptark with your friends. If someone said to me, I love hard as nails roguelikes, I'd be like, Cryptark, go do it. It's awesome. If someone said to me, I just want, a little bit challenging game that me and my mate can play on a couch, I'd be like, I probably wouldn't do Cryptark.
Yeah. So you're a 50-50. It's a... What's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. I'll think of it once we turn the camera off. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. But no, I definitely wouldn't recommend this as a 2-player. One player, maybe?
Yeah. We'll have to try it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think with the mouse and keyboard, it'll be much more playable, and not sharing health and not sharing ammo would make it a bit easy to do, I think. But
yeah,
for multiplayer, I don't think it works. Without aim assist and without your own sort of health bar, I don't think it works too well.
Yeah. Maybe we could do it on stream. Maybe we have done it on stream.
If we did it on stream, tell us if we did good.
Yes.
Because we won't know, because we're stupid.
Yeah. And it hasn't happened yet. So that kind of... Yes.
We don't know what we're talking about. We're time travelers.
We are.
Woo!
We're just traveling slowly. Forwards.
1 second at a time.
1 second at a time, yeah. 1 millisecond at a time, nanosecond.
We're going to end now before we lose our minds further.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take us out?
Yeah, well, if you have watched up to this point, thank you very much.
What the fuck is wrong with you anyway?
That too. As I said at the beginning, all the links are down below, both my channel, my YouTube, maybe Twitter, I can't remember what we've put in there. Possibly your stuff, other stuff, maybe. And yeah. Don't forget that on Mondays we do have the Couch Surfers over on my channel, and also stream between 6 and 7 p.m. somewhere around there we start.
Yeah, we start. We don't stream between 6 and 7.
sorry.
We start between 6 and 7.
We start streaming between 6 and 7 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Plus 10, if you know what that means. Plus 11 when it's not daylight. When it is daylight savings.
When it is, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not in daylight savings. We're in.
Well, it's 5:30 and it's pitch black outside, so I don't think we're in daylight savings.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So, are we? We are technically.
Who knows?
Fuck. Yeah. But thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you in the next one.
Goodbye.